Hi there.
Hey, hey.
So
Let me change my name so it says that I'm not you.
Susan Banner is on. That's a different name.
Let me see if Sachi's on here yet.
Let's see.
I can't see. It's very strange. Like when I look at the participants. Oh, hold on.
You have to scroll. It scrolls.
Yeah. Okay. I see it all here. Same thing with the chat. The chat will be really funny. Sometimes I can't scroll on the chat and it won't let me see everything. But okay.
So strange. They're Margolis. Don't know who that is.
She is an artiste. I talked to her yesterday, so I know that she's coming.
I'm sure she will.
I want to pull up her mural on the Beltline.
What?
I want to pull up her mural on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
If I were a bird. Let me see. Okay, it's on the West Side Trail. So I can pull up an image. Okay, there we go.
Oh, there she is. I'm gonna let her in.
Oh, perfect.
Hello.
Hi, Summer.
Hold on.
I usually never show my face in Zoom, so you have my icon. Hold on. I gotta figure out.
That's a beautiful.
I'm not a Zoomer.
Sure.
Hold on. Where are you? Start video? Oh, yeah, that's probably it.
There you are.
Ha! It's like I hit the button.
How are you?
Oh, and now it lets me do a rear camera. I spent all morning trying to figure out how to show you guys the stuff on the table. I was like doing all kind of gestures and holding. It's ridiculous. And now there's an option. So I can flip it. I don't know how well that'll work, but I sketched stuff out in advance too, just in case.
Do you want to practice anything while we have a minute before we let folks in?
Sure. So PowerPoint is all ready to rock and roll. I think I'm good on that.
So do you know how to screen share and everything?
I do. Hold on, let me make sure, because you really don't need to see much of my life. Host disabled. Okay, I can't do it from my side.
Okay, wait. Let's make you a co-host.
Yeah.
Okay. Bam. Oh, there's 13 people already. Lord of Jesus. All right, let's find our. No. Okay, my dog is going to be
everyone in the waiting room.
My dog is over there making weird noises. There we are.
All right.
Oh, look at me. Hold on. Get to the beginning. Ha! Do you guys see like a little PowerPoint thing?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh crap. Okay, so I'm not sharing the screen. Hold on. Okay, I'm just in the screen that I need.
Did you see at the bottom of your Zoom screen? It says it should be a little green button that says share screen in the middle. Oh, good call, Summer. Uh-oh, we lost Sachi.
Uh-oh, okay. She'll be back.
She'll be back. There, she's back again. Sachi? Sachi, can you hear us?
You have to connect to your audio if you haven't done that yet.
What I got?
I know. Sachi, if you want to text me, if you can hear me, I can, or if you just want to call my phone, I can walk you through. So I'm going to give you the phone number if this is helpful, if you can hear me. So it's 609-247-8822. Let me see if I can show you your phone number. Shoot, in here too. Okay, let me call you.
There she comes. There she is.
Oh, there she is. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so I got you on the phone on this side, and somehow I kicked myself out of the computer. So I'm now waiting on you to let me join back up, so I can do two things. And that might work, because then I can just kind of like.
The problem is, yeah, you can't have the audio going on both, or else it starts doing that weird echoey thing.
Right, got to mute my other side. So this side just need for bam.
Okay, I'm gonna not make you a co-host on your phone, but I am gonna make you a co-host on the computer.
Perfect.
Okay.
And I'm muted over there.
Oh yeah, you hear that guy.
Okay. Well, we have a lively crew ready to get started.
Is that mirroring the
screen? Yep. Except it's echoey.
Yeah, there's like a feedback loop.
So maybe mute your, are you
I
still
turned
there?
the other phone off. Did that help?
Yep, and if you want to just put your video on your computer, you'll be ready to roll. Start video.
And then Lydia, is there something with the PowerPoints of, I know sometimes it gets stuck on the slides. Is there something you need to press to keep it moving?
Usually there's something in the bottom, the lower left corner. But let's see how it works, because I think we should let people in.
Yeah, turn do not disturb on. Take care of that right quick.
So while we're still figuring, Sachi, if it's okay, while we're just figuring out the little final details, I think we should let people in.
Of course. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to.
Okay, you ready, Summer?
Let's do it.
Okay. Welcome, everybody. We're just getting started here. Had a couple of technical difficulties to work through. Good morning to everyone. I'm going to mute everyone as you come in, just so we can get rolling here, but we're so glad to see you all.
Hi, Lydia. Hi, Summer.
Good morning.
Hi. Echo.
All right. Welcome, welcome. So
I think we're ready to.
Yeah, let's do this.
Yes. So I would love to welcome Sachi Rome to be here with us today. She is a Beltline muralist. Her art is on the West Side Trail. I have a picture of it here. If I were a bird looking for peace, I'm going to hold this up. Hold on the camera. Oh, there we go. If you guys can see it. It is beautiful. And she is also a teacher at Booker T. Washington High School, an art teacher. So I'm going to hand this over to you, Sachi. Take us on this chalk walk, and we are ready to follow.
So the way I've got this set up, I've got a PowerPoint, and hopefully it's not too long. I was trying to give you guys kind of like a full view of what I as a whole and kind of share. I'm muted by the host.
You're good. We can hear you.
Okay, just said you're muted. Okay, cool beans. So I wanted to kind of share like not just the public art side of me, but also like the fine art stuff I do, as well as my personal art, because all of those things kind of influence what you see in the public eye too. So this is just a little overview, and not going to really like drag you guys through all of the slides, but did want to kind of give you a chance to see. Back up, we're moving too fast. So this is the type of art I create. I'm an Atlanta artist. I'm born and bred here. I'm from Grady, born in Grady, went to Grady High School. I have fond memories of old Atlanta. I love my city. And part of showing my love has been a wonderful opportunity to do public art. I love public art. Public art is one of those things that you really never know when you're gonna find it. So public art is like one big part of my life as an artist. But then there's also gallery exhibitions and also my personal work. So yeah, we'll just look at some of that, the public art. So as Summer was saying, this is probably the biggest mural I've ever done. It's 26 feet by 27 or 28 feet. And I think it took me a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks total off and on after work. And I really enjoyed doing this. This was my first attempt at doing a mural that looked more like the abstract work that I'm currently doing. So believe it or not, a lot of that was painted with a rubber spatula, a squeegee, the back of a comb for the little dots and things. So I do something called anything but brushes. And this was part of that, taking anything but brushes out of my studio and putting it on the Beltline. The poem is one of those things that when people come across it, usually they'll stop, and I get random, wonderful feedback from people, emails, text messages, because my name's on there, Sachi Studio Art, I'm easy to find. People reach out in unexpected ways and just share how the words made them stop, made them think, made them feel a certain way. That's what I really love about public art. Public art allows me to get this love and attention that just selling a piece of art to a person's home doesn't allow. So I am one of those people who, like I said in this statement, it's like you find $5. How many of you have ever like lost money somewhere and then you're just putting on clothes you haven't worn in a while and there's like $5, $20 in the pocket? That's what it feels like to me when people say something wonderful or, you know, take a picture in front of it and tag me on Instagram or something. It's like, oh, there's that good love I felt back in the day and it's coming back again, or it's just like this nice little reward unexpectedly. So yeah. And there's a little video. I don't know if you guys want to actually watch the video of me painting the thing, but there's a video that my friend did while I was working on it. And it's just me talking about my process of layering. I did the background first, and then I kind of did the drawing on top of it and built up the layers until it's what you guys saw. This other picture on the right is called, excuse me, Freedom from My Ancestors. And this is along Cabbagetown. If you've ever gone over to Cabbagetown during the summer, there's a festival, a mural festival called Forward Warriors, put on by Peter Ferrari. And Peter goes out and he solicits artists. He basically asks us who's interested. He picks. It's never about who's friends with Peter. It's about who in the art community does he feel like deserves this wonderful opportunity. This particular mural is probably about 26 feet high, maybe 20 feet wide. And it's all about nature, finding peace in your environment. And that's an ongoing theme in my public art, where I'm talking about or reflecting back on finding some centeredness or some sense of balance in our chaotic world, where we can kind of be still and be at one with nature, because that is, I feel, a problem where we're always so busy. Maybe not now, but before this whole thing, people were always in such a rush. So I put art and nature together to help remind us that those two pieces of beauty can really help calm us and center us. So yeah. There's a utility box. I thought this was a finished shot, but it's not. There's a utility box all over in 4th Ward. It was a part of the old 4th Ward beautification project. So this sits on the corner right in front of the old 4th Ward sign. If you're going over there by Crawford Long, I think it's Emory now. And this is a bike rack that sits off of Cascade that the City of Atlanta commissioned me to do as a part of their improvements in the corridor, where they're getting more people to ride and get out of their cars. And that's just me standing on top of scaffolding, doing Fort Warrior, drinking a soda, because yeah, I was taking a break. And what else do we have here? So this is the fine art stuff that I do. For anybody that might be curious about the other side of my life, I know I've shared about the public art, but I'm obsessed with something called Anything But Brushes. And basically every picture you'll see that I mentioned about Anything But Brushes was painted with anything but a paintbrush. This body of work is really focusing on capturing the essence and
I know
energy.
she's gonna make me do the presentation because she always makes me talk.
Yeah, so the textures, the layers, the color, I'm obsessed with color, I'm obsessed with texture, and that's just a way that I feel like I can create a new imagery of what portraits can be for people in my own particular fashion. So that guy got sold, has a new home. He lives with someone else now. I really miss him. And this is me looking dramatic for some photo op. As you can see, there's some regular kitchen spatulas in my hand. I collect them. I get them from Dollar Tree and other cheap places that you buy that type of kitchen apparel. But I use those to paint what you see next to you. This is praying for me. And this gentleman is asking for not just grace, but also giving grace by praying for those around him. And again, part of my Anything But Brushes series. Noodle. Okay, Portraits of the Past. These are my mixed media pieces, and they're combining old hymnal pages from my grandma's collection. My grandma used to be a really, really big part of Big Bethel, Jesus Saves downtown on Auburn Avenue. And she has dementia now, so I collected a lot of her old things out of her home, including the pages from her hymnal books. And they're incorporated into the background layers of these pieces that you'll see. And the lace, the different objects, they're all things that she used to have in her house. And yeah, I just couldn't have everything go away. So I found a way to incorporate them into my art and give them some new life. That was my purpose. More Anything But Brushes. They're my favorite. My favorite. We're gonna keep moving. And this piece got bought out in Johns Creek. This was a part of the Johns Creek Black History show this year. And it's about the connection that people have from their past to their current life, and how women as a whole, we're still all in this together. We're still connected, no matter how far apart, no matter what distance we are going across, we are still ultimately women beautifying ourselves for our own pleasure and adornment. So yeah, and that piece also is sold and living in a new home. Miss her. Okay, what are we doing? It says loading. Oh no, it's going so well. Do you guys see just a black screen? Hello?
It also
Yeah,
says
it just
loading for us.
Rappers. So while you're waiting on the screen to load, as far as what we're gonna do with the drawing aspect, if you have some paper, any type of drawing utensils, can be markers,
Loading.
colored pencils,
No, what did
crayons.
I actually
Really
say?
matter.
Loading.
But our goal is going to be, come on, load. Why? Okay, come back. Maybe it's just that one slide. Okay, I can get by with one slide not acting right. That's fine. Okay, we're good here. We're good. So this is more on the personal side. And I don't know why this is so big, but whatever. So this is me kind of showing you guys how I play around with pattern and experiment in ways you can use that pattern. On the side here, these are just little flowers in the lower left-hand corner. And then above that, they're just swirls. But I take those swirls and I can add on and on. Like even this little kind of chest area on the lady, it's just loops, curves and ovals. And the more you add on and play around with the variation of that, it starts to look like you're doing something complicated. But really, those are just a series of very simple loops. And we'll play around with that in a bit. This painting was a day I was tired and stressed. And I said, you know what? I'm going to have a little fun. So my personal work is a way to kind of play around with my supplies, relax, see what happens. And sometimes they become public pieces that I'll show in a show, but a lot of times they're just things that I enjoy doing to relax. Like I like how this lady came out, but there was no intention when I started must make an awesome piece. I think that's a misconception. When you're starting out making anything, you have to be prepared to fail. You got to be prepared to say, you know what, this might not come out right. Which leads us here. We're going to play around with some lettering today. Are you guys ready? Yay, nay, maybe. You're going to need some paper, a pencil at least, or a pen. And we're going to think about some things first before we even make a mark. So the words that you guys see here are words I thought really embodied the mood that I'm trying to share with you guys. A good spirit, someone who shows grace. We want you guys to have faith and laugh and show gratitude. These are all words that I think embody the idea of how I've been wanting my kids to feel, how I've had to step back and think about what it is that I have going on in my life. COVID is a weird situation. And right now, you know, it's summertime. My kids are frustrated that they can't go out like they want to. They can't really go and hang out with their grandma. Not really. I mean, we can't go and play outdoors in a traditional fashion. So I needed them to start thinking, and also you guys to start thinking about what is great in your life. What are you happy about? Because ultimately, I'd love for you guys to brainstorm some ideas about what could be a thought or a message that you like to share with someone you don't get to see right now, or that you're missing, or even just your neighbors. Hey, I was thinking about our neighborhood, and I'd love for us to come together and share a positive message with our community. So as me and Summer were talking about this concept, this is where we landed on what is it that this community, the greater community, could give back in an easy way that's relaxing, that can be enjoyable for everybody, but also might spread a little bit of that positive energy out into the world. And, you know, maybe it will multiply through all of you guys' energy and efforts. So yeah, first thing I'd like you guys to do is just think about and talk about what is it that is good in the world right now for you. It can be something small, it can be something big. I personally have been really happy about food lately. I don't know if that actually makes any sense, but I hate cooking, but I've started to cook a lot more and not mind it. And I guess it's because I have the time. I'm not rushing home from work and I'm not trying to fit in studio time. I'm here like everybody else. So now I'm looking at my freezer with eyes that are like, what could I make out of you? So food has become a thing that I enjoy a lot more now. I like sharing the food. Like I get mad if my kids don't eat my cooking now. It's like an invested thing that we share together. I'm also really enjoying my music more. I feel like it helps my mood. So, what is it that you guys are thinking about? What is it that you're happy or would like to share as far as your message? Because whatever we brainstorm, I'm going to show you some simple tricks on how to play with those letters. And then ultimately, I think it's going to rain on me today, but I'd love for you to take your plans that you're going to create and share them with the wider community and put them out there on maybe the sidewalk or your driveway. And, walk that love out, share it out. How do I stop sharing this? Okay, we're gonna go over.
That's great. What are some things that you're excited about or thankful for, Annabelle?
Being alive and going in the pool again later.
But yes, good.
Oh yes, the pool. That's a word I haven't gotten to use lately.
If anybody else wants to share anything, feel free. Something, along the lines of what Sachi was talking about, a message that you'd like to bring into the world or things that you are also thankful for or now enjoying.
And I see so many awesome kids that joined us today. It's amazing to see you all. Hi, kiddos. And so you can unmute yourself too and say if there's something you want to say thank you for or that you're grateful for or that you are enjoying. Does anybody want to say something to give other people ideas? You can help inspire everybody else.
It's okay to be shy. That's all right. That's what paper is for. I have this problem in school too. So even if you don't want to say it out loud, that's fine. You're welcome to put it on the paper. Jot down at least 2 or 3 ideas. And I want you to think about when you're writing your ideas, believe it or not, you don't want a word that's too long. If you do a really long word, that's a lot of letters. Much more likely to kind of have some derailment down the road. So think about something short, to the point, or if you want to do a longer statement, try to think of words that you can tie together to make a longer statement instead of remembrance of grandma or we really, really miss grandma. Well, miss is not really a long word, but there are certain words that are just really, they're a little bit extra. Consider that in your choices. I started out with thinking about the things that I hope happens. So with that in mind, I sketched out the word hope. And I didn't think about this until after the fact, but yeah, my words are they gonna look backwards to you guys? I think they are. So
No, they don't look backwards to us.
okay, I'm just
You're
over
good.
here looking at my own screen and feeling like, why does it look this way? Okay. So the first thing, if you have some words that you'd like to put out there, and again, doesn't have to be a whole statement. It could just be one phrase. I love the idea of the pool because the pool automatically gives me ideas about what we can do with the pool using blue lettering, using little waves around the word pool, making the O look like a pool float and decorating it like that. But what you want to start off with is a box. The box helps frame everything. Let's click over. So I wasn't sure if this would show up well enough, so I did go ahead and put this in here. All of your letters are going to start out like, I call it the bones. You're just doing a simple capital letter, whatever your words are. But again, you want to space it out. Can you see that? Where you're giving each letter its own box, just as the planning phase. And I've got that same kind of spacing right below without the boxes. You can do the boxes really lightly. I drew all of this a lot heavier than I normally would. When you're starting out, you want to draw all of your letters very lightly because those bones, we don't show bones on a body. We want to get rid of those bones. So we want them drawn lightly just so they can be the frame of what we're doing. My H here, the H is actually just a regular H, And you'll see like over to the side, I've played around with some patterns that can be added. But that H is actually a bunch of hearts that I've just put on top of those bones. And you start at the top and you just keep putting hearts until you're done. My little crossbar for the heart is just some circles. But again, sitting right on top of our bones. My O, I thought it would be fun to just put more O's around an O. And that's a yellow outline marker. And then I put green. And the green, excuse me, that's blue and it's mixing with the yellow. So give you a nice green, like you mixed it together in a blend. When you're done playing around with your shapes, because practice is important, here's a great way for you to kind of look at all your letters and think about which ones you might want. These are bubble letters, but the same principles apply. You got your bones of your shape, in this case, your letters, and you're just going around and giving it some width, some weight. And that can be done with just outlining it with a thicker line, or it can be done with any of these patterns that you see to the side being filled inside of your bones that you've added on. Go back. Had a link to show you guys. And that's just more pattern work, because once you finish out your design, you can go back around it. I actually started playing around with love. This is earlier. And this is just, again, straight lines, following some bones. My little underline part is literally just a marker. And I'm just dotting with it. Let's see if I can manage that. So once you've got your bones, I'll do it on one of these others that we started. You can either go ahead and put that pattern in there, like I was saying about how I added shapes inside of here, or you can go right on top of your letter with your marker or your colored pencil after you've decided on what pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and add something to this one right now. This is just the fat part of my marker. If you've got markers with different tip sizes, they're actually designed to give you some different types of mark. Like this is a round, makes a big fat dot. You don't have to do anything. You just press firmly and you get a dot. If I turn it to the side, I get nice thin lines, which can be used together to make more patterning. All of that can go on top. Again, following my bones. And since I've got just red on red, that's kind of boring. Let's add a second color. When you're adding color, think about what goes together. Right now, I've already got a yellow, and I've got a blue, and I've got a red. So basically, I've got a primary color scheme here. So everybody knows primary colors go together, so we will not have to worry about being tacky. However, all colors do not sit well together. Just because there's so many choices does not mean you should use them all at one time. Any fashionable person knows you would never wear polka dot, stripes, and plaids at the same time. Same thing applies to your art. Make some decisions and edit. Light colors go great with dark colors. Dark colors go great with the light colors because they'll pop. And since my red is reading kind of dark, I think I'm going to come back and add a little yellow to that to make it stand out. So let's just add that color. And I'm going to use a thin tip. This marker has, where's my camera? This marker has 2 tips on it. It's got a tiny tip. It's got a fat, chubby tip. Fat, chubby tip will make nice bold lines or also make that nice round dot with no effort whatsoever. And these are fairly cheap. I think Walmart had these. But again, it doesn't have to be anything special. You can use colored pencils, you can use crayons. You're just really thinking about what color combos will work for you. So I'm just going
Sachi,
back.
if you're able to stop the screen sharing when you're showing us.
Oh, sure, I can. I'm not savvy.
You're doing a great job.
Not savvy.
We're excited to see what you're doing on a bigger scale.
Oh, no. Undo that. Okay. No, not that. Stop share. I see the button there. Haha.
There you go. Thank you.
Did not realize it was tiny. So yeah, I was saying I added this red on the bones of my E, and the red's looking kind of boring to me. So I wanted to add some more color to that. And since we've already established we've got, yeah, that's better lighting, Sash. We've got a primary color scheme because I've got a yellow, and this is some blue. I don't know if you can tell with this weird lighting in here. The sun is not out today, so gray. So yeah, I'm just gonna go back and add more yellow here. And these are just straight lines on the bones of my letter. Now, I still think it's kind of plain, so I'm gonna come back around. And I'm just filling in around that shape of our P that we already put in place. And because I've left enough space, that's why it's important to give yourself some room. The boxes, until you get used to spacing things out, just helps you give yourself room to play. Because we just wrote these out, you wouldn't have any room to come back and add like some cool, interesting patterning and details to your letters. So yeah, we're gonna keep on adding a little bit more here. I'm gonna alternate my hearts. Alternate my hearts. Hope needs some pretty bright blue. I'm just adding a little color. Can't really hold my book the way I would like to, so you guys can see it while I do it. But again, it's really all about leaving yourself enough space to work around each letter and nice capital letters that can hold the shape that you're trying to make. Now, if you have a white gel pen or a black marker, those are great for adding little highlights. Believe it or not, a whiteout pen, if I get him to work, a whiteout pen does some nice things if you have one. Plain old whiteout pen. I learned this, believe it or not, I learned this trick from an art kid who was into anime. But she would use these pens to put highlights in her eyes of her little anime and manga characters. And they go over well on top of markers, of course, because they're correction pens. It's just an easy way for you to add a little piece of highlight. Make it stand out. And it looks best on something dark. So my red, it stands out nicely. Does not do anything on our peelers. That's why I say light colors go great on something dark. And our lighter colors look good with something darker to make them stand out. Contrast, some type of area to make it look like it's popping. What else do I have for you guys? I had a couple of more little drawings. And I'd love to see if you guys have already started what you're working on. They can give some suggestions. my other page? The page I'm showing you is actually not a lettering, but it is a way that you can kind of see how taking up that extra space around your letters can be used. These are all just simple patterns. Like this is just a big triangle. Then I took this line and follow the shape. Follow the shape. Follow the shape. The shape that was left over, follow the shape. Repetition is your friend. Once you've got something going in your space, you just keep it going, like breaking up your space and then adding the color. And notice I only have really two main dominant colors here and then the black. And that green and blue, they're neighbors. When you're thinking about picking your colors, think about who sits next to who on a color wheel. If they sit next to each other, they're friends, just like you guys in your community, right? Colors work best right next to each other or right across from each other. So orange and blue live right across from each other. They pop. Red and green, think Christmas time, right? They're right across from each other. They pop. They make each other look brighter and more exciting when you put them together. So consider that when you're going out and putting a color on the ground, because ultimately you want people to be able to see it, right? The other thing about going outside, once you've got your plan, like I've got my hope here, right? Where'd hope go? Hope I started flipping around and I've lost you. I'll find you. So I've got Hope sitting right here. Hope, I really don't like how your bottom looks, so I'm just gonna go in right quick. See if I can jazz you up. Ooh, that noise. I'm just putting some swirls around it. I felt it was kind of plain. And I want my waves of hope to spread, right? So I'm putting some curvy lines to indicate waves. Gonna go back. And I really need my big black marker. Big black marker. Let's go. So I've got these waves. I'm gonna get rid of all of this riddly business here and make my hope stand out. How's that gonna happen? Contrast. All of my colors are nice and bright and lively. So if I come back in with this black, it's gonna make everybody stand out brighter because dark things make light things pop. So that's what I'm gonna do right quick. Ooh, that's a fat point. This marker makes the best noise. And since I left enough room, there's enough for me to go back and add all of this extra spacing for the outline. And again, because you're just having fun, you're supposed to be relaxing, enjoying your process. There is no, oops, I messed up. It's art. You go back, you add some details, you play around with it. You make it work. As my friend Tim Gunn would say, yeah, make it work. Now, if I wanted to, I could keep going. each of these curvy lines that we've added in here, all of this could get filled in with even more color outside, where you could take these colors you've already started with and let them kind of fill in and spread out. Join in the wavy party. Yeah. I'm looking for another little, there they are. Some alternate ways to do another one. I had love in mind when I first was thinking about this. So this one doesn't have any color, but it does give you some ideas about how you can alter. Why am I trying to see? Oh, because I'm supposed to see. So these are all different ways that I started out doing an L. They all started the same way, with just the bones, just an L. And then we built on that L. This one looks like a tube sock to me. I don't know why, it does. But yeah, same thing. This one just has swirls. Is it out of focus? This one has swirls. And this one is literally just a circle with some squiggles around it. When I say squiggles, I mean just that. Oh my God, my dog just farted so loud. Can't believe I just said that. Jesus. So yeah, my E, all of these I was thinking more like feminine or loose and girly, delicate. So those lines are a completely different mood than my hope from earlier. My V, this V is super easy. All I do is draw the bones, and then actually I'll show you how to do this one because it looks like it's hard, but it's really not. You're starting out with your traditional V, and then you're putting, let me get that marker so you can see it really big. Bones, yes, some bones. And then you go across, 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 and down. It's like out, out, and down, out. So what I'm doing is going straight out. It's gonna look awkward as heck from this angle. Let's see if I can pull it off. Oh, look at me, not drawing while I'm looking. So I'm going out and then down. Okay, that one's kind of funky. Out again. And I'm following my bones. Oh, that one's funky. Don't judge me. That was really wonky. Meanwhile, it doesn't matter because I can go back and fix it with a marker. So we can take our color. And again, I'm just showing you different ways to play with your letters. Don't play with your blue food, play with your letters. We're gonna do blue because I like blue. So blue.
While we're working, is it okay if we ask you some questions along the way too?
Please, I'm a school teacher. It's been months of no questions. It's kind of sad. They've been abandoning me.
No.
Well, nothing.
I'm sure there are good
ask away. I'm gonna finish adding some color to this one.
Yes, everyone should feel free to continue their work. So I'm curious to know sort of about public art. Like, what makes something public art?
So this is an opinion. I'm sure there's someone that has, and before I move on, all I did was take this marker. That looks so cute, right? All I did was just flick up, up, up from the darkest area and leave a little white. So it looks like I've got some shading, but really, I'm not at all, just flicking.
Cool.
But yeah, public art, in my opinion, is any work that you don't have to pay to go and see, that you don't have to physically walk into a proper formal space to see. Public art can be on the MARTA, it can be under a bridge. Krog Street has, believe it or not, what I consider a lot of public art. Some people might argue that that's graffiti, that that's vandalism, but beauty's in the eye of the beholder, I guess. Formal public art is usually sanctioned by the public, whether that be the city of Atlanta, the Beltline, a community organization like the old Fourth Ward organization that paid for us to get the utility boxes done. For me, though, public art is necessary. It helps people come together. I have had more engagement and met way more people that have no reason.
Uh-oh. Hold on a second.
Hi, Safira.
Okay, I think we're okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
public art is a thing that helps communities come together. At the end of the day, there's people who will never meet me. They've met my work far more than they've met me. Like Summer, I'll be honest with the people. We've never met. Never. But that's why I love public art. It allows me to leave my calling card and it lives on whether I'm standing there running my mouth or not. It's wonderful. It gives me a chance to get all this love and joy back from people who are reaching out, who are enjoying something that sometimes I even forget is, out of the world. Public art helps the little kids see themselves in the world because, hey, they saw this lady that looks like them doing a mural. It helps the community realize, hey, it's not just about those big museums. Art is about the community. It's about the people.
Mm.
And sharing it is a part of our DNA. Like, there are cave paintings with the cavemen. People need art, whether it's getting hung in a show or getting carved out on a cave wall. I mean, I think it's something that we naturally need and crave. And I'm happy to be a part of giving it. Yeah.
That's amazing. I think that's so true with regard to so many of the arts, right? Dance,
Right.
visual arts. These are things that little kids do naturally that we all kind of need to bring us joy. And I'm also curious, I saw a theme in your work that is the female face. So I'm curious, obviously you're a female. I'm curious to know what does that mean to you? What does it signify? What are you kind of hoping to convey with those beautiful faces?
Not to get too political, but women as a whole, Black women in particular, we are of a service to our world, but I don't think we're seen as a person a lot of times. We cook, we clean, we teach, we eat, we care. We're the givers, but we are also in our own right of a presence and power. And I think that that's also something that needs to be constantly beaten into people's heads sometimes. It's easy to just say, hey, women have come a long way. You don't have to stay at home now. But there are still a lot of challenges in the workplace and the art field as far as visibility and being able to, go out here and present work in spaces that I feel are deserving of the word. I'm also obsessed with chaos and finding order in chaos. That's what all the abstract backgrounds, even if it's not the abstract faces where it's anything but brushes, a lot of the work still starts out with these chaotic, kind of just abstracted backgrounds. And I'm actually doing an IG live on TCP this week where I'll be playing around and making some of those backgrounds. I'd love for you guys to join me over there because I will be doing some type of, I got to get a friend to record it so you can actually see my hands doing stuff. But yeah, I really love the chaos of abstract painting because life is chaotic. I like being able to take that paint, put the chaos in, and then control it. In a lot of ways, like I can't control my own world. Like most people can't. There's certain things that we don't have any control over it. So that's a part of the work, being able to harness the energy of chaos and put it down in such a way on the surface that it doesn't make you feel uncomfortable like chaos sometimes can or off kilter, but it actually makes you feel better. It makes you feel more centered or calmer because I've some type of way with my magic little fingers taken the magic of art and control that chaos. So yeah.
That's awesome. Are there any other questions that our folks have, or any updated painting, pictures, paintings, sketches you want to show us? Let's see, Alicia.
I'd love to see what some of you guys have done.
Look at you. Nice work.
Art
But,
stars
oh,
out
look,
here.
my bee.
I see Pool. Where did Pool go?
There it is.
Oh, it's great.
Ah, dance. I
Ooh.
love that feather at the top. That's really nice. Okay, dance, because yes, I've been doing a lot of that. There's not much working out, and I've been playing the radio really loud.
All right, Carol, hold that up real close to the screen. Look at you, Susan. Ooh, y'all really like that, Andy.
I want to see Susan's work.
There's Susan. Can you see it?
No.
Go to gallery view.
Oh, that's right. I have to get out of here. Hold on. How do I do that? Ooh, there's people. Hi. I didn't see anybody. We just two people before. Hi, Alicia.
Ooh,
Hi,
Bradley, I love that. Stay safe.
Oh, yes. Stay safe. That rocks. Really nice.
Bradley, that is awesome. I like your tiny little E.
Yeah, we all got to keep it up out here. Don't get comfortable.
Ooh,
Bradley.
nice job, Don. I like that.
Oh, wow. Why did I not know all these people were here?
I thought you were all by yourself.
You have a big fan
Like
base.
I'm talking about him. It's okay. Like work. It's like school. The kids are looking at you. They don't fade it.
Thanks with the X. That's nice.
Oh, wow. There's lots of people here. Hi, everyone. Ooh, put it back up. Student, your name's not there. Randy, let me see. Awesome sauce. Thanks. Yes. Ooh, there's an artist over there. Blue.
I like that. Blue
Blue
sky.
sky. Yes.
Thanks, Susan. Great to see
You guys
you.
did a wonderful job.
Beautiful.
All right. Any last questions? We probably have time for one question if you want to ask Glenn.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yes.
You mentioned something you're doing this weekend live. Did you see TPT? I don't know. You referred to
Yes,
something.
ma'am. So how do I talk to you tongue-tied child? I'm a part of an organization called TCP, the Creatives Project. And the Creatives Project actually is, they give us studio space for 2 years. It's an artist residency program. And with that 2 years, we do community outreach, kind of like what we're doing now. We just talk and share what our practice is. And this week, so all this month, we've had all the residents, there's 9 of us. But each week, a different resident has been taking over their Instagram feed. And last week was my friend Chloe. She did like basic, simple printmaking. And this week, I'm just gonna be showing how to do fun, abstracted backgrounds. And since I do anything but brushes, I'm gonna be showing you how you can kind of collect things around your house to make mark making, like tops make great circles. And the back of an eraser makes great dots if you dip them in paint. So just kind of playing around with everyday ordinary items and how you can make them into tools for creating and making different types of patterns on paper. So that'll be one of my demos. I think I scheduled that for, today is Monday. No, today is Tuesday, Sachi. So I think that'll be on Thursday or Wednesday. But the schedule is up if you go over to TCP, the Creative Project. I have a schedule for the week. And you can also look at all the other people who've gone before me because all their content is up. And you'll find like really interesting different artists. But we're also doing something called Drive Through ATL. I'm going to plug shamelessly because we do want you to come out. It's free. But they're doing something called Drive Through ATL as a way to get you guys out the house and experience art without actually coming into a building. We're going to be having there's a big shopping plaza off of Moreland Avenue, and it's huge. It used to be where you go and get your driver's license at. So we're gonna put different paneled walls out, and there'll be installation art as well, kind of like little site-specific stuff that different artists are doing. And you'll literally drive through the art show. And each artist will have like a certain area. The work is for sale, but it's really not just what it's about. It's also about getting the community to come out while still being safe, get off your TV, find something else to do other than, Netflix. Drive through. Yeah.
And to keep up with all of this stuff, do we go to your Instagram or Facebook or what?
Yes, ma'am.
At your name, Instagram,
If you type in Sachi Rome or Sachi Studio Art, you'll see my whole world.
Okay.
It's all public.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're a great student.
I'm a teacher, and I've been in
She's
Zoom
reason.
since March, and we're just finishing school now, but they had to give me a replacement laptop, and my name is student on it, but my real name is my name is Sally. Okay.
Sally, lovely, lovely.
Yeah, just finishing up the school year. Yep.
Yeah, today is actually our last day. I have a faculty meeting at 1:00 to say goodbye, hopefully.
Enjoy your summer.
Yes, it's long due. It's overdue.
Yeah. I miss the kids, though. I miss the kids. Oh.
I miss the kids, and I didn't think I'd ever admit that to anyone out loud. They're not here, so you can't tell them I said that. But I miss their questions. I miss the light bulb. I miss oh, that's what you said. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I said 20 minutes ago. I miss that part. I miss their jokes and their comments.
We brought back show and tell for 5th graders, which is very unusual. Learned a ton of just talking with them in the mornings. We had a morning.
Yeah, just engaging them in some type of way.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you.
Well, I love that. I love that our teacher gets to be the student.
Yeah, I love it.
That was awesome.
That's
That's why she was such a good student, though.
That's right. All right, my friends, we are coming up on time here, but Sachi, thank you so much for sharing your art with us, your personal art, your public art. Thank you for guiding us through a little exercise, and mostly for sharing your light with this world that really needs it. We really need it. You're right. We need art, and we need that positivity.
And it's just a way to get the stress out. It doesn't always have to be beautiful. Sometimes you can just noodle your brain into a peaceful state. Just
I love it.
Playing with paper. So I'm going to give you one more thing to make you come over to TCP. I have not decided, but I was thinking about doing a giveaway. And in looking for some stuff today, I found, look what I lost and found, guys. Here's one I found.
Wow.
Right?
Beautiful.
I was like, oh, these aren't bad. Then I've got this one. I think I'm going to keep this one. I really like this one.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Let me go back and finish doing that one today for fun. And then I've got my girl here. But I think I'm going to finish these and do them as some type of little giveaway over on the TCP page while I'm doing a takeover. And you guys will be the first to know. I just decided.
Keep us posted on all your work. We'll see.
This is wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye, everyone. Great to see you all.
Bye.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Summer. I hope it was fun for
Thank you,
guys.
Sasha. This was amazing. Incredible. You're so wonderful.
Thank you.
And Sachi, this is awesome. Wait, I want to show you what my daughter has now added.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. There's a heart butterfly going on here.
Heart butterfly, yes.
And
Love, freedom. Fry free.
That's Summer and Annabelle.
Yeah. Hey, Jackie. Oh, there's pool. Hold on. I think we're upside down. There you go.
Oh,
There's the pool.
I did that.
You know, the nice thing about pool is that if you turn it upside down, it says loop
Loop.
Ah.
or lubes, which is not really where we want to go.
Or four. There's so many.
2, 7.
She's an artist, and she was showing us how to make pictures.
Yeah. See, now Jazzy and Annabelle, we can now take this outside and draw on the sidewalk if that's something you're interested in, Jazzy. And we can hashtag it Chalk Walk of Love.
I love it.
I love to see them.
We did that.
Now, when you go outside, this is the one thing I want you to remember. You gotta scale up. Everything has to be bigger outdoors. That's the thing about public art too.
It has
You
to
can't
be
just
big.
draw. I think my first public art piece, I look back on it now and I'm like, oh, that was too small. You drew that too small. No one judged me, but
Mama, can you
You knew it needed to
I knew I should have made it bigger from the
We
street.
did. We had a
Oh,
whole
what do you would think?
art walk
Mommy,
along our side. All the neighbors did this thing where they like on every square was like a different activity or something the kids had to like, or we saw adults out there doing it too, like jump up and down like a bunny, twirl,
Ooh.
whatever, and each one had
Yeah,
this.
that sounds like fun though.
It was very cute.
Activity squares.
Activity squares, that's right. We had arrows that made people run up and down our driveway, which was funny. I have a big hill in my driveway, so
Oh,
it was a lot of work. All right, my friend.
Calories.
Thank you so much for joining us.
This
This
was
was
so
great.
wonderful.
Well, I had a lot of fun. I wasn't sure what to expect, and I was like, oh God, I hope I don't look like ineptitude over here. 'Cause
No. And we
I
had a mix
couldn't
too.
show them how I'm doing it. I couldn't figure out that part.
We had it was a great crew. I think people really like, we've had a lot of like intellectual kind of Zoom calls. So this was it was intellectual, but it was heart filled, you know?
Yeah. We want it to be fun and relaxing. Art can be academic as heck if you make it, but that's not the life I lead. It's not what I'm here for. Like, it's got to be accessible, you know? If it's too highbrow, then you get this whole thing where it's elitist and people think, oh, that's not for me. It's for everybody. You need it too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We do.
So hopefully
There's been a lot of painted rocks in my house.
Yeah.
Lots of spray paint over canvas, and then painting, and then more spray painting, and then painting.
So with that, if you're going to play with spray paint, go find like old things that you can lay down to make negative space. So if you put a bunch of leaves down, right?
We did that, and we ended up with a whole bunch of silver moss, didn't we? And the moss looked cooler than the painting. It was like, whoa, silver moss. This is wacky. And
Yeah, maybe hang that somewhere. Stick it in a pot.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, moss doesn't have enough defined shape.
Yeah, it wasn't great for the negative space, but it was.
Yeah.
It turned out neat just by itself.
That's so cool. And then once we can meet in person again, then you can be our real muralist, where we get everyone together to actually create something that we can put together.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Right.
Yeah.
Some type of community paint day or something.
Yeah.
Exactly
That would be
right.
nice.
Yeah.
Someday.
I draw it, I put the numbers in, everybody gets a color.
Yeah. We were going to do that. The dove, I think we were going to do.
Yeah.
That's our plan.
We've
So yeah,
actually done that with Beltline. We've come out and just drawn simple things in for the they've had like paint days when they do the Beltline stuff. And you just draw basic stuff and leave buckets of paint out, and the kids come by and paint. It was fun.
That's so fun.
love it.
Okay,
Thank you again. I'll settle up with you this week. And this was so wonderful. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks. I'm gonna get ready now and jump in the shower for my faculty.
have fun.
Have a great rest of your day.
Have a great day.